Coming up at 7, a new lawsuit could have major effects on Texas classrooms. Families are challenging a law that requires schools to display the 10 Commandments, and the case could impact school districts across the state.
And for decades, East Texas families have come here to make memories, and soon those moments will remain that. Up next, why a beloved Christmas tree farm is closing a chapter on its long-standing tradition.
And Tyler's legendary oil palace is back on the market. Coming up, find out the price tag for this venue and what it could mean for potential buyers.
And clouds are beginning to break this morning. Well, we will see more into this afternoon ahead of some rain chances. We'll go over all the details coming up in your forecast. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
7:03 this morning. Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. We're so glad you're with us. Well, it is another chilly start to the morning. I'm going to just say cold because I'm more than chilly.
Her fingers are cold, like icicle colds.
Ice cold.
Yeah, no, Snow Miser is very happy about this one. Luckily, no snow, but certainly some colder weather out there. Definitely some colder temperatures out there. We got temperatures pretty close to freezing, if not just below that in some locations this morning. So definitely another day where you definitely want to bundle up this morning. Clouds beginning to break, fog starting to disappear a little bit. We do have some fog still kind of lingering in some spots this morning. 36 degrees is that current temperature in Tyler. South-southeast wind 9 miles per hour, making our feels like temperature down to 29. So again, definitely want to bundle up as you head out the door this morning. 32 in Marshall and Henderson, 34 in Jacksonville, 36 in Palestine, also 36 degrees in Crockett this morning. Those visibilities, they're still pretty low in some spots. Very localized low visibilities with some of this fog. We're down to 2.25 mile visibilities in Henderson, down to 3 in Marshall, also just a little bit below 2 mile visibilities closer to I-30 in Mount Pleasant. So definitely want to be careful out there. 58 degrees for the high today. Cloud cover continuing to increase throughout the day. That's going to be ahead of some rain chances heading into the area for this evening. Weather impact alert in place because of that. We're going to take a look at all the details on that coming up in your full forecast.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. This morning, we're learning more about how search teams found the body of a missing Rusk County man.
And we've also learned from the Rusk County Sheriff's Office that no foul play is suspected in his death. The sheriff says Lawrence Robinson was home visiting family for the holidays and went hunting over the weekend. When he didn't return after dark, his family called for help. Crews from multiple agencies, including K-9 units, drones, and grid search teams spent the night and the next morning covering some rough terrain. The sheriff says that once teams realized they were searching in the wrong area, they crossed a fence line, and a bloodhound found Robinson about 600 yards from his family's property.
It was just a very, very long, cold and wet search. And the people that came out and helped never quit, kept working. Didn't matter if it was, we didn't get him actually recovered and out of the woods until after dark yesterday, but they would have stayed longer until this was done.
The sheriff said his family was on scene throughout the search, and they're now trying to piece together what exactly happened. An autopsy, which is standard for an unintended death, has been ordered. Investigators are waiting for those results, and there are no suspects or any signs of foul play.
A group of Texas families have filed a new lawsuit aiming to block school districts from displaying the 10 Commandments in classrooms. That federal lawsuit names some North Texas school districts, and Senate Bill 10 requires public schools to display the 10 Commandments in classrooms. But the American Civil Liberties Union is representing the families, saying the law violates First Amendment rights of separation of church and state and free exercise of religion. Some religious groups argue the 10 Commandments are foundational to the U.S. judicial and educational systems.
Governor Greg Abbott has appointed Cherokee County's District Attorney Jonathan Ritchie to serve as the next judge of the 369th District Court. That district covers Anderson, Cherokee, and Leon counties. Ritchie will serve through December 31st, 2026, or until a successor is elected or qualified. Ritchie, who's from Rusk, previously worked as first assistant district attorney and as assistant county attorney before becoming DA. He's involved in several professional groups and serves on multiple boards, including the Crisis Center and the Rusk State Hospital Volunteer Council. The appointment follows a shuffle on the bench after Judge Michael Davis moved to the 12th Court of Appeals. This morning, Camp Mystic says it's moving forward with plans to reopen its Cypress Creek campus next summer, even as lawsuits continue over the devastating July 4th floods that killed 27 campers and staff. Now, the camp's owners sent a letter to families on Tuesday saying they'll start their season May 30th and have added new flood monitors, generators, and two-way radios for every cabin. But families who lost children say the letter doesn't mention an evacuation plan and lacks key safety details. Some also say they never received the email at all. Right now, 20 of the 26 families who lost children are suing the camp. Tyler's Oil Palace, a massive venue that some consider a landmark, is up for grabs, and for $6.9 million, it can be yours. Located on Highway 64 towards Chapel Hill, the 71,500 square foot venue is back on the market. This after it was put on auction back in August. The real estate group says the property is ideal for concerts, sporting events, trade shows, and even circuses. The sale includes nearly all of the original equipment, from stages and lighting to kitchen gear and furniture. For now, the future of the Oil Palace remains uncertain, but we'll be sure to keep you updated as the story develops.
7:08 now. President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth are facing questions this morning over Hegseth's role in a recent military strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean.
And the administration's counter-drug campaign in the region is now including more than 20 known strikes and more than 80 deaths, raising concerns under the Pentagon's law of war. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest.
In a 2-hour cabinet meeting, President Trump distanced himself from a second military strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean on September 2nd.
As far as the attack is concerned, I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete.
The first strike on the boat reportedly killed 9 people. The legality of the second strike is being called into question. The Washington Post reported last week Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth gave a verbal order to kill everybody on board the vessel. And then Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley apparently ordered the second strike to take out 2 survivors to comply with Hegseth's instructions. At the White House, Hegseth said he watched the first strike, but did not stay to watch the second.
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand because the thing was on fire. It was exploded and fire is smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war.
Senate lawmakers say they plan to meet with Admiral Bradley Thursday. Amid bipartisan concern, the second strike was a war crime. Meanwhile, as the White House halts asylum decisions in ways expanding the travel ban, President Trump lashed out at Minnesota's Somali community.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you.
He says ICE will carry out enhanced operations in Minnesota targeting undocumented immigrants. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Smith County leaders approved nearly $1 million to upgrade the county's emergency dispatch consoles. Commissioners voted to move forward with that project, a system first installed in 2010. Now, officials say the upgraded consoles will offer a more user-friendly design, faster updates, and improve reliability during critical calls, all aimed at keeping dispatchers and the public safer. The court also reviewed new jail statistics, noting 12 current employee vacancies. County leaders say the rising number of openings is a growing concern as they continue monitoring staffing and operations at the jail.
7:11 this morning. Time now for your morning headlines. President Trump continues to stand by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth as questions grow over his role in a deadly boat strike in the Caribbean back in September. Hegseth told reporters he watched the first boat strike on September 2nd, but he didn't stick around to watch a second one, the one that killed 2 other people who survived the initial attack. Lawmakers from both parties have started inquiries into the strike, which critics say could constitute a war crime. Meanwhile, over in Minnesota, the former police officer convicted of the murder and the death of George Floyd is seeking a new trial. Derek Chauvin was found guilty of state and federal charges related to Floyd's death in 2020. His attorney claims prosecutorial misconduct and false expert testimony denied him a fair trial, asking to vacate 3 convictions. He has served 5 years of a 22.5-year sentence. And there's new threats to cut SNAP benefits to millions of people. The Agriculture Department wants to freeze federal funding to more than 20 Democratic-led states, refusing to give the agency information on the recipients. States sue the USDA, arguing the demand violates privacy laws. If funding is withheld, it could impact 20 million people on the food assistance program. And to ring in the holiday season, IHOP is offering a Kids Eat Free deal with certain restrictions, of course, for a limited time. Participating locations, the restaurant chain says kids will eat for free, a free entree, with each full-price adult entree purchased. The offer is for dining customers only and valid 7 days a week from 2 to 10 p.m.
7:12 now. A family in Texas says they had everything they ever wanted. 3 children they waited years to call their own. But as Adriana Dialba shows us, friends and family members had one more surprise to give.
As the workday ended and the sun set over Fort Worth, the Mickey hats came on and a village gathered. A bus full of love for one family headed for their home. They've done this before, showing up in force for the Hassel family when they adopted their 3 children. At the adoption hearing, even the judge said they had never seen a crowd like this.
You know, the saying is, it takes a village. And I said, it doesn't seem like a village for us. It's a nation. You guys are huge.
This moment didn't start here. It started years ago with a dream Mike and Sinai Hassel thought they'd never reach. After learning they couldn't conceive, faith led them to 3 siblings from San Antonio, Christopher, Alyssa, and Domingo, children who had waited more than 2 years for safety, for stability, for a home that would be forever.
There are spirited kiddos that were ready for a home sweet castle.
Their big surprise, a Disney cruise.
She still can't believe it.
Perfect for the couple who honeymooned at Disney World and for the family that found its magic in real life.
We can afford love. And then God will take care of the rest.
We can never repay anything that our community has given us.
And this is a reminder they're blessed.
This shows how much we've impacted people.
And they're on the right track.
Trust in God. He has a plan for us.
On what was a quiet night, a family once searching for light found it right on their front yard. In Fort Worth, I'm Adriana Dialba.
What a special gift for that family. Well, for 40 years, the Kilgore family has helped generations find that perfect Christmas tree. But in just days, that tradition will come to an end. But there are memories that are planted across the piney woods now. CBS 19's Robert De La Garza takes us inside the final season at Danville's farm.
Every 4 years, the needles bloom on the Virginia pines at Danville's farm. But owners James and Mary Robinson have watched those needles sprout 10 times over.
We plant a tree, it takes 4 years to get out. So 4 years ago, we made the decision to stop.
For 40 years, the Robinson family has been tucked away in Kilgore, selling Christmas trees to generations of East Texans. And what started as a tiny plot of firs in 1986 grew into something much bigger.
I think we sold maybe 100 trees that first year, and then it started to double and double and double, and it is what it is today.
But after 4 decades of growing, cutting, and trimming thousands of trees, they're officially hanging up the sauce.
I never thought I'd be here that long.
And for so many families, Danville's is more than a farm. It's a tradition rooted in history.
My parents brought us, me, my brother, and 2 sisters. As we were growing up, this is where we always came to get our Christmas trees.
Now, 4 generations of Brandon and Leanne Colley's family have walked through these fields, not just for a tree, but for the experience.
And as they grow older, it'll be something that hopefully that they'll start a tradition in the sense, you know, with their families also.
Coming out here with the kids, getting to bring the grandkids here, it's been special. We'll miss it.
For James, that's always been the best part. Watching a kid light up when they find their tree. Those little moments that last a lifetime.
The children are the ones that we enjoy the most.
Danville's last day of the season will be December 7th. Then the gates close for good. James says he's ready for the next chapter in his life, one without the sap-covered gloves.
Well, I'll be gardening. I'll be working on these old tractors and different things. I've got plans.
As they say, it's not what's under the Christmas tree that matters, it's who's around it. And for the Robinsons, those memories and families who made them are the real legacy growing on this farm. Reporting in Kilgore, Robert De La Garza, CBS 19.
Oh, you know that they'll be missed for sure. Those families getting teary-eyed can make me teary-eyed.
Oh, man. All right, well, here's something else to talk about. Some people are gold medalists at making the perfect coffee, right? Dana makes some good coffee.
Yeah.
She gave me good coffee advice. Either laundry at lightning speed or dodging morning emails like pros. Others might have mastered the art of parallel parking on the first try or balancing the groceries in one trip. That's mine. So we wanted to know, what is daily routine you turn into Olympic sport, and how likely are you to medal?
I saw one on there that you didn't mention. It says how quickly you can hit the snooze button.
Yeah.
I could definitely get first place in that. I mean, I shoot up and I'm like, boom, I need 5 more minutes.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, for me personally, it's checking the weather. I think I would be eligible for a gold.
Eligible? No, you're winning the gold. He ain't eligible.
I'm just being humble.
Mine would be grocery carrying.
You good at that?
It's a one-done trip, max 2.
That's a good one too.
Especially up 3 flights of stairs?
Yes,
I used to do it with 1, but now that I have 3 teenage kids.
Do you have help?
Well, I have help, but if I'm going by myself, sometimes I have to make 2 trips.
2 trips.
I was going to say, like, doing my hair in record speed. I can do that pretty quickly.
She is quick.
Get it done. Same with the makeup.
Which is very quick.
I get in,
Sometimes
I get out.
we get like, what, 5-10 minutes to get ready?
Yes.
And Dana looks great in 5-10 minutes.
That's very, very sweet.
Yes.
But yeah, my hair is curly, which probably a lot of people don't know, so I kind of straighten it every day to make it a little more calm.
It looks great either way.
It's got a wild streak, my hair does.
Well, I woke up with the middle part down here, like a little canyon earlier this morning, and anyways, we fixed it somehow.
Well, that you could get an Olympic medal for that.
I could.
Good job.
Sort of looked like a Who from Whoville this morning. Anyways, let's get a check on that traffic now. Joel, how's it looking out there?
It's looking okay. I mean, we still got some fog kind of in some spots this morning, so that might slow you down, especially if you're heading eastbound on I-20 towards Shreveport. Definitely give yourself a little bit of extra time, around 10 minutes or so, to get over to Shreveport this morning. Otherwise, westbound over towards Dallas should be in nice shape. We got 2 hours over there. US 69 also very, very calm. We got 2.5 hours up to Denison, also an hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin. Not expecting any travel difficulties on US 69 so far this morning. 55 minutes from Jacksonville to Nacogdoches. We have Tyler to Longview. That's going to be about 40 minutes for you this morning. 55 minutes from Tyler to Palestine, and also Tyler to Athens. That'll be about 45 minutes so far this morning. Not looking at any rain on our CBS 19 live radar. As a matter of fact, nice and clear. Clouds are beginning to break. The only thing we're watching for is some fog in some spots like Henderson, Marshall, Jefferson, and especially in Mount Pleasant. So definitely want to make sure you are being very careful this morning. Giving you yellow lights at least until 9 o'clock this morning. For this afternoon, not looking too bad. Rain will be moving in for the evening. We'll go over all the details in your full forecast.
All right, 7:20. High school hoops are on fire this holiday season. 4 big games are set, including Friday night playoff clash between Carthage and Athens, as well in football. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss any of the action coming up next in sports.
This holiday season, CBS 19 and the Children's Miracle Network are coming together for a cause that's close to our hearts. It's time for Merry Miracles. Help us bring joy to children in the hospital by purchasing a teddy bear or make a donation to help fund life-saving pediatric equipment and services. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit merry-miracles.com. Spread holiday cheer with CBS 19 and the Children's Miracle Network. Together, we can make Merry Miracles happen.
It's time for CBS 19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Dan Millay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us. It's been a busy couple days for myself. Last night was very busy as we take a look at our CBS 19 Sports Christmas tree. I'm bringing the holiday cheer in the form of 4 high-flying high school basketball games. Wow, look at that. Just beautifully decorated with matchups between White House and Lindale boys, Tyler Legacy and Tyler High boys, Texas High and Tyler High girls. And to lead us off, we got Marshall and White House girls. Lady Cats up 4-0 early here in the first quarter. It'll be Taylor Morris hitting Kerrigan Franklin Jackson in the corner for the open three. It's good. Passing it up court here. Lady Cats find Morris. This time she'll finish it off herself through the contact. Thought it could have been an and one, but she gets the hoop to fall. India Williams running the break now. Chloe Allen running with her. She is rewarded with the wide open layup, and then this time Williams says, I'll just do it myself. Gets the hoop to go off the glass plus the harm, and she'll finish things off here with the free throw to complete the three-point play. White House up 15-2 in the first, and they go on to win it 89-20. Wow. Back in the Rose City, Tyler High girls trailing Texas High 50-29 at the start of the fourth quarter. Jermiah Rice misses from three, but Haley Tompkins-Sworn is on the rebound and the putback. Going to work on the glass. A leak out here for Texas High's Sims, though. She would finish with 24 points. A lot of buckets for her down the stretch. Rice will try again from three. No good once again, but this time Josiah Moore is cleaning things up on the offensive glass. Tigers get a steal later on, and it leads to another easy wide open transition layup for Sims. I told y'all she had 24. A lot of buckets in this one. This time it's the point guard Collins getting the layup to go. Hits the deck afterwards, but still gets the layup to fall. Texas High dominates Tyler High 66-36. Well, let's see how the boys fared, but first, how about this between-the-legs dunk in warm-ups? Rowdy atmosphere at Tyler High last night. Top of the key to Zaire Caesar for the corner tray. Kid's 6'7", but he can shoot it. Other end, Jason Grayson battling on the offensive glass. He gets the putback to go, and we're going to go all around the key this time. Joey Field will penetrate. KJ Sires gets it back and bangs home the three and then shushes the home crowd. Fields will shoot it himself this time, lets it fly and rattles it around and in from three. Shooter's touch on that one. Shooter's touch. Check out this move from Kaylin Bircher, though. Pump fake into the midi. Legacy up 13-4 early, and the Raiders go on to win it 72-66. Finally in Lindale, Eagles beating White House 32-27 entering the fourth quarter last night. It's David Lindig, the quarterback, with it at the wing. He's going to hit Logan Cocker on the backdoor cut. Yeah, that's QB1 with the vision, folks. Looking at every part of it. White House punching back, though. It's Ace Oliveris from the wing. Hits the corner, hits the wide open three, I should say. Eagles off to the races here. It's Landon Buck ahead of the pack, but he is blocked from behind by Chris Sturgis. Wow, making a play. Off the out-of-bounds set here, it's Lindig finding Evan Cockrell for the three. Eagles strike again from deep. Pickens responds with a corner three for White House, but Lindale holds on to win it 47-45. All right, let's preview some Beast Texas playoff football now. We got our district matchup in the state quarterfinals with Carthage taking on Athens. Last time these two squared off, Athens nearly handed Carthage's first district loss since 2016, an absolute shootout with the Dogs winning that one 61-56. But you know what? That's just how Buzz City has played this year. Every single game they've been in these playoffs has come within one score. Every single one. But now they got a shot at Carthage again. Just like Athens quarterback Dave Richardson said he wanted all those weeks ago. And it's all going to go down here right up the road at Rose Stadium here in Tyler this Friday night at 7. Be there. We sure will. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
All right, Dan, thanks so much. We're about to step away for a quick moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
Stay with us. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being with us for this news update. A Trinity County jury sentenced a former animal control officer to 30 years in prison for sexually assaulting a child. 53-year-old Brandon Furman, who pled guilty to aggravated sexual assault, was arrested earlier this year. At the time of the arrest, Furman was employed as an animal control officer. Sheriff Woody Wallace called Furman's actions a grave betrayal of trust placed in him. Across Texas could be getting a brand new interstate, one that could cut through East Texas and create a direct connection to Amarillo. A new TxDOT feasibility study lays out a $24.5 billion plan to turn US 287 into an interstate. That road runs through parts of Houston and Anderson counties, and according to the study, the upgrade would boost the state's GDP by more than $11 billion by 2050, that is, and create roughly 47,000 jobs and ease congestion, saving drivers an average of 44 minutes a trip.
It is the season for Merry Miracles, and there's a new miracle miracle child that is, shining a light on the Children's Miracle Network and the work that they do for East Texas children. Let me introduce you to 10-year-old Lily Halifax. She was born with Gold syndrome, an extremely rare genetic condition. Her Christus pediatrician, Dr. Jennifer Steger, noticed some unique features and other signs that led them to genetic testing, and they are thankful for their Christus Cares pediatric team guiding them along the way.
They immediately got us to the right doctors we needed for all the different things that are involved in her syndrome she has. The special needs nurse, Teresa, she's amazing. She gets us all the help we need. She answers my emails right away, and it's just everyone there is very helpful for us. It makes us feel like we're not going through this alone.
And this week, Lily's duties as Miracle Child begin. She'll light up the Christmas trees both at Christus and for the city of Tyler. And we have our fingers crossed that the weather will participate, right?
Please do. Feeling iceless this year.
Right. We got to hope for that weather to cooperate. We are watching for some rain to eventually move in for this evening. We're tracking our next system coming in from the northwest. That'll bring in some rain chances for us, especially going through Thursday, kind of on and off. Also some cooler temperatures on the other side. We got temperatures for tomorrow in the upper 40s. Here it is on Future Skycast. So for the later part of today, we are expecting just kind of a blanket of cloud cover to kind of overspread East Texas ahead of this next system as the moisture kind of comes in. We got some scattered showers all across East Texas as we head into later parts of today. We're talking around 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening. And I think most of the heaviest rain will likely be falling over deep East Texas and just kind of repeated rounds of rain all the way through Thursday. I'm not expecting complete washouts, but certainly very heavy at times. And we'll start to see all of that kind of disappear as we head into your Friday. Weather impact alert for that. Nothing severe, nothing too heavy at times, I would say, or at least heavy enough for some flash flooding, but certainly something that will impact you as you head out.
.31 this morning. Welcome back to Morning Y'all here on CBS 19 Plus.
This is what's coming up in our second half hour. A tractor trailer left hanging off a snowy West Virginia overpass in a dramatic rescue, all caught on camera. Plus, the season's first major winter storm You can see it slamming millions nationwide. The dangerous conditions, especially if you're flying, you need to know about next.
And hundreds of East Texas kids will have gifts under the tree, all thanks to you. Coming up, how the community's generosity is making Christmas a little bit brighter this year.
And coming up in your forecast, we're going to be moving into a period of some rainfall heading into tonight and through the day tomorrow. I'll show you what exactly the timing will be coming up in your full forecast later this half hour.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Yo on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us here on CBS 19 Plus. A Trinity County jury sentenced a former animal control officer to 30 years in prison for sexually assaulting a child. 53-year-old Brandon Furman, who pled guilty to aggravated sexual assault, was arrested earlier this year. Now, at the time of the crime, Furman was employed as an animal control officer. Sheriff Woody Wallace called Furman's actions a grave betrayal of trust placed in him. So the sheriff's office is deeply sickened by what happened.
Law enforcement uncovered meth and nearly 30 firearms at a Marshall home, leading to multiple drug and gun charges for 63-year-old Lawrence Richard Seaford. Marshall police say that they worked alongside the Joint Harrison County Violent Crimes and Narcotics Task Force to make the arrest. Seaford now faces charges including conspiracy to distribute meth, being a felon in possession of a firearm, and using a gun during a drug trafficking crime. Authorities say this investigation is still ongoing. A mother's worst nightmare became reality here in Texas over the weekend when her daughter died after falling from a West Campus apartment building in Austin. Police say the 17-year-old Texas A&M University student fell from the 17th floor after attending a tailgate where underage drinking was taking place. Stephanie Rodriguez says her daughter Brianna Aguilera had been kicked out of an event after becoming intoxicated and later returned to a friend's apartment. She didn't hear from her for hours and discovered there was something wrong when her daughter's phone was put on Do Not Disturb, which she rarely does. Around 12:45 Saturday morning, Austin police found Aguilera unresponsive at the complex. Officers say there were 14 people inside the apartment at the time.
My daughter was not suicidal. She loved life. She wanted to graduate. She wanted to become an attorney. Like, there was never 1 ounce of her that was ever sad in that manner.
Austin police say they are not treating the death as a homicide and have found no indications of suspicious circumstances. Rodriguez, however, believes there's more to the story and is seeking answers about her daughter's final hours.
Texas could be getting a brand new interstate, one that may cut through East Texas and create a direct connection to Amarillo. A new TxDOT feasibility study lays out a $24.5 billion plan to turn US 287 into an interstate. Yeah, that road runs through parts of Houston and Anderson counties. According to the study, the upgrades would boost the state's GDP by more than $11 billion by 2050 and create roughly 47,000 jobs and ease congestion, saving drivers about 44 minutes a drive. Now, there are quite a few steps that need to happen before this becomes a reality, that is. That includes Congress designating 287 as an actual interstate, and then major upgrades would have to happen after that, and of course, federal and state funding. Make sure to stay connected with what's happening across the Lone Star State with Texas News Now. It's your daily statewide newscast with the top headlines and stories that matter to you and weather from every corner of the state. Catch Texas News Now streaming weekdays at 11 a.m. or anytime on CBS 19 Plus. 7:35 now. We're not dealing with any winter weather here in East Texas, thankfully, but it may affect your travel plans. The first widespread winter storm of the season has 44 states right now below freezing this morning.
So cold. And while yesterday's storm caused dozens of crashes from the Midwest to the East Coast, some parts of the Northeast also seeing up to 12 inches of snow. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest.
On a snowy overpass, a tractor trailer dangling dangerously over the ledge. First responders in West Virginia raced to rescue the driver.
The safer we got that harness on him, the safer we was and the faster we could get out of there.
Today, millions are dealing with the aftermath of the nation's first major storm of the winter season, blanketing parts of the country under snow and ice Tuesday. In Ohio, slushy roads sent a trailer carrying cars careening into the trees. Folks in Windsor, Vermont made an early pass on the sidewalk, the region no stranger to snow.
Such is life in Vermont, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
At least half a foot of snow fell in the nation's interior from Ohio to New Hampshire. Some fun in the snow for these kids in New Jersey Tuesday as the storm caused schools across the region to close their doors. With the season just beginning, firefighters in Wisconsin with this reminder to clear hydrants near your homes and businesses. One less obstacle for first responders in the case of an emergency. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The National Weather Service warned that snow and ice would make travel dangerous in some parts of the country into this morning. Great Lakes Cheese is recalling more than 260,000 cases of shredded cheese that was sold nationwide, including right here in Texas, because the products may contain small metal fragments. Now, the recall includes several well-known store brands like Walmart's Great Value, Target's Good and Gather, Aldi's Happy Farms, and others, covering a wide variety of shredded cheeses. Now, if you bought shredded cheese recently, check the sell-by dates, and if it's part of the recall, don't eat it. You can return it for a refund.
Simpson ISD now has a new leader. Dr. Terry Everett was officially named the new superintendent yesterday after being selected as the lone finalist back in November. Everett brings 29 years of experience in education, including 17 in administration. He taught and coached at Jacksonville, Bullard, and Henderson ISDs and has helped with leadership roles at both at Kilgore and Henderson schools, but he most recently served as assistant superintendent of schools at Henderson. Everett says he can't wait to get started and promises to create even more opportunities for students in the years ahead. And East Texas Radio Ministry is expanding its reach across the Southwest. East Texas Radio Group Encouragement Media is adding the Spanish radio network Ondas de Vida to its lineup, bringing 12 new signals across Las Vegas, Southern California, and Utah. Now, those stations will now carry EMG's Fusion programming, growing the network to 17 signals across the region. With this expansion, that is, EMG now operates 23 radio signals across 4 formats, including Fusion, KVNE, Left Worship, and The Well, along with digital platforms like Modo Vida and Evergreen. 7:39 now. East Texas country star Neil McCoy is getting a big honor. He'll be receiving the Spirit of Texas Award in March at Billy Bob's Texas in Fort Worth, joining 5 other Hall of Fame inductees. McCoy is celebrated not just for his music, but for his energy, his heart, and of course his support for the U.S. military, a true ambassador of the Texas spirit.
Well, many East Texas kids will have gifts under the tree this year, and it is all thanks to you.
Now, the community really stepped up to support the Tyler Patrolman Association's annual Blue Santa shopping event at Whataburger last night. About a dozen of those participated in the Oh What a Night fundraiser, donating half of their sales to this program. Last check, that fundraiser raised about $30,000. The money raised will help more kids take part in December's shopping spree, which is a $100 trip with first responders where children can pick out gifts. And as the organizers point out, while the kids get to pick out whatever they want, it's actually the first responders who often walk away with a real blessing.
I think we're helping them keep that hope alive. It's 100% first responder nominated. These kids have built a relationship, or these first responders have built a relationship with these kids. There's been a connection.
You know, if you don't have a job that has a whole lot of income, then you're basically working just to pay bills, and that's a minimum. And Christmas may not be possible for you. A child wants to be able to have Christmas just like everybody else does. And for us to be able to take that weight off the parents' shoulders and be able to do that, that's what it's all about for me.
The Blue Santa shopping events are set for Tuesday and Thursday of next week, both starting at 6 o'clock that night.
Well, a sweet story from Winnsboro. At 96, Cornelia Revel celebrated her birthday at Autumn Wind Senior Living with a day full of her favorite things. The community honored her with a miracle moment, a program designed to celebrate memorable experiences for residents. She enjoyed lobster and shrimp Alfredo, yum, right? Followed by lemon and coconut meringue pies, and spent time with friends playing cards. Sounds like fun. Executive Director Redonda Ellis says these moments let residents connect, have fun, and enjoy activities that they love, as they should.
And happy birthday.
Wow. Yeah, happy birthday.
That sounds like a good birthday.
It does.
Just
2
doing
pies,
everything.
not 1.
2 pies and a good meal with lobster and pasta.
So good.
Living the life. All right, well, in its 23rd season, NCIS continues to dominate the small screen as the longest-running primetime drama on CBS. And the #1 TV franchise all over the world in over more than 2 decades. The series has captivated audiences with its thrilling storylines, compelling characters, and unforgettable moments. Now, as the show reaches a major milestone, the 500th episode promises to celebrate its incredible legacy and pay tribute to the millions of fans who have made NCIS a global phenomenon. Now, don't miss this landmark episode airing Tuesday, mark calendars, Tuesday, March 17th of next year.
Also known as St. Patrick's Day.
It is St. Patrick's Day that day.
And the day after my birthday.
There we go. Note your calendars for that as well.
There you go.
All right. Well,
March is going to be busy.
It is. March is always busy. Check this out. Imagine walking into a store with a collectible and walking out with over 30,000 bucks. Sign me up. I want this to happen to me. That is exactly what happened, though, in Grapevine, where a single Pokemon card set a record for GameStop trade-ins. The card, a PSA 10 Holo, I'm going to say this wrong, Gengar? Gengar? I don't know. Gengar, okay. Earned a customer over $30,000 in cash.
See, I wouldn't even know that's worth $30,000.
I wouldn't either. I know about some Pokemon because my boys like Pokemon, but I've never heard of that character.
I don't think I have. I wasn't too terribly into Pokemon. I was more Mario, Luigi, the
Nintendo world.
The Nintendo world for sure. But I do. That is pretty crazy. And like even some of the games out there, like some of the older games 20, 30 years ago are worth a lot.
Talked about not too long ago, GameStop. Was it GameStop that they were doing the trading?
It was the trade-in. Yeah, you could trade anything.
I don't know what day it was, but you can. Here, I want to trade this in and want money. You can trade in anything. They were doing. I don't know.
Where was I that day?
I think you were off that day. We did a story on that, but I don't know if it passed already or not. I'll have to look. But
I bet it was like a quick deal.
A quick deal, but then you can get money out of it, which you can literally trade anything and get money out of it.
I wonder what they do with all the stuff.
I don't know.
I'm
still curious about all that.
Yeah, me too. Man.
All right. What we're not curious about is this weather because we know it's cold, but we are curious about the rain later today.
Yeah, we are watching an area of rain to eventually move in by this evening and kind of be on and off throughout the day for tomorrow. But this morning turning out to be a very beautiful morning. That fog starting to lift at this point. Across some parts of the area. We're not out of the woods just yet. We still have a couple of areas that we're going to be watching for those lower visibilities. But 36 is that current temperature in Tyler with a feels like of 29 thanks to a south-southeasterly wind of 9 miles per hour. And temperatures here across the area are still lingering in the low to mid-30s. We got 33 in Marshall and Jefferson as well as Mount Pleasant, 36 in Tyler, 36 in Athens, and also 36 degrees in Palestine. Those visibilities, they are still very low in some parts of the area like Marshall, down to 3/4 mile visibilities there. We got 1.5 mile visibilities in Jefferson and just a little under 3 mile visibilities in Henderson. So if you're heading within any of these locations with the lower visibilities, certainly make sure you are being careful as you head out for this morning. Now, this afternoon, we'll see a little bit more cloud cover as that system kind of makes its way a little bit closer. We'll start with some upper level clouds and then it'll eventually transition into lower level clouds further into this evening. We'll see highs today in the upper 50s, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. The second half of today and all the way through Thursday is a weather impact alert for the repeated rounds of rain. So that's what we're going to be watching for. And I'll have all the details on the timing of that coming up in your full forecast.
All right, 7:45 this morning. She's just 10 years old, but Lily Halifax is shining through one of the rarest conditions in the world. Up next, this East Texas girl is turning years of challenges into pure joy and hope.
This Christmas, we are making Merry Miracles with your help for East Texas children. The Children's Miracle Network just named their miracle child for the upcoming year, Lily Halifax. She knows all too well what it's like to spend time in the hospital during the holiday season after a recent stay. This morning, I'm introducing you to this miracle child who shares a rare genetic condition with less than 300 others, but it's not holding her back.
I like being unique because there's nobody like me.
10-year-old Lily Halifax is glowing with joy, not just during the holidays. She's bright and hopeful all year long, even through 8 years of genetic testing. Her diagnosis, Goltz syndrome, a condition which is extremely rare, affecting fewer than 300 people worldwide.
My doctor's Dr. Steger.
I'm going to look in your eyes.
Lily's Christus pediatrician has walked alongside Lily and her family from the beginning.
They immediately got us to the right doctors we needed for all the different things that are involved in her syndrome she has. The special needs nurse, Teresa, she's amazing. She gets us all the help we need. She answers my emails right away, and it's just everyone there is very helpful for us. It makes us feel like we're not going through this alone.
Dr. Jennifer Steger noticed her unique features, fused fingers and toes, striking blue eyes, and other signs.
We didn't know anything was going to be wrong with her until she came. The first thing we saw was she had syndactyly of her fingers, so we immediately got on that, and we started seeing a doctor, and her first surgery was about 9 or 10 months old.
The Christus Cares pediatric team helps support Lily and her family through many doctor's appointments, surgeries, and getting the specialty devices she needs to live her life to the fullest.
I have a hearing aid on my right ear. My 3 little bones that are in my ear, they're supposed to kick each other, but they don't kick. It makes everything louder so I can hear better. I have coloboma, which means that my eyes don't close to adjust to the sunlight. So my glasses, lenses, change in the sun so that way they get darker.
So she can shine brighter.
So on my iPad, I like making videos. I make like all kinds of different videos. In this button, you can do a voiceover. Today, I'm eating donuts.
Her curiosity, imagination, and endless giggles earned her the title of Silly Lily.
This is probably my favorite part. It's hilarious.
And who wouldn't want to be a part of Lily's World, the title of her future channel where she hopes to entertain and inspire other children facing challenges just like her. Do you know what you want to be when you grow up?
A YouTuber.
And she'll have many stories to share as the 2026 Miracle Child.
I give these to people that are special, and they do something for our city that people enjoy, and it brings joy. So I present you with this key to the city, and Thursday night when we light this tree, it's going to be beautiful.
Lily and her parents will be shining the light on all the ways the Children's Miracle Network not only helped Lily, but all the East Texas children who depend on the life-saving pediatric programs, services, and equipment at Christus Trinity Mother Francis. And you can be a Merry Miracle for a child like Lily spending the holidays in the hospital. Just scan the QR code or visit merry-miracles.com to donate. Every dollar stays right here in East Texas to help local kids and their families.
All right, 7:51 now. Some people are gold medalists in making the perfect coffee, folding their laundry, lightning speed, or even dodging morning emails. How about parallel parking, right? Or balancing those groceries in one trip, or hitting that snooze button. We all have that routine that we're really, really good at. So what's a daily routine you'd turn into an Olympic sport, and how likely are you to medal in it?
Well, I would say, I mean, this is not technically a daily routine, but something you probably do every week, but mowing the lawn.
There we go.
I love to mow the lawn.
There are some people
You
who
love to do it?
I do. It's very satisfying
He loves
to
doing
me.
the outdoors.
Yeah, I like the
Hey, if you
outdoor
need a
yard work.
lawnmower guy.
A Christmas tree decorating, I'm really good at that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Not me.
I'm
I'll just
really
put ornaments
specific
up.
and strategic about where things go, so it looks like symmetrical and gorgeous and beautiful.
We were talking about how we need
Love
another
it.
Christmas tree on this end.
Yeah.
Because we just have this one over here.
The
We need another-
symmetry is
Symmetry.
symmetry.
Joel,
But
you
it
need a
is
Christmas tree
gorgeous
over there.
Yeah,
nonetheless.
just, I'll be the Christmas tree. I
See,
don't know.
wouldn't it look good right there?
Yep.
See?
Hello, everybody.
It works out.
Joel the Christmas tree here.
Joel will win a medalist in
They have those costumes, you know, that you can do, like with
Christmas
the
tree.
hoops.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did get a Christmas tree tie recently,
can't wait
so
to see
I'll be
it.
wearing it. Yep, stay tuned. I'll be wearing
He's
it.
got snowflakes on his tie
I
right now.
do. Yeah, don't be
do.
fooled. No snow here.
No snow
No,
here.
just on Joel's
Thankfully.
tie.
I think mine would be, I thought of it and I'm just blanking on it right now. Dishwasher Tetris, that's what it was.
Dishwasher
Tetris. Trying to think
trying
all
to
those
fit everything
dishes.
That
all
drives
over.
me absolutely Lulu.
And then taking them out.
I would like to teach my kids dishwater Tetris.
Tetris, it's hard.
They love to leave it in the sink. I'm like, it's right here.
Just
I'm also good
Call it a day.
at loving on my kiddos.
Aw.
I think that would be. They may not say that. Whenever I'm like, would you put those dishes in the dishwasher?
Right. It's the mom love is what it is. It's the mom love.
I'm like, I need a hug, kids. And now they just pick me up because they're bigger than me. It's fine.
There we go. They grow up too quick.
I love that.
Alrighty, we're all going to need some snuggles today because it is cold and it's going to be raining today, so might as well stay indoors.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this afternoon definitely going to be a little bit more cloudy. You got more rain coming into the area. We got a weather impact alert for the rain, which will impact your morning commute and afternoon drive as you head out the door tomorrow, especially. We are expecting rain to kind of roll in around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. That's when that system will move in a little bit closer. Any sort of holiday events will be impacted, especially going into tomorrow. And this will definitely be a very cold rain as well, with temperatures only making it to the upper 40s. So warm weather and rain gear certainly going to be needed as that system makes its way a little bit closer. Here it is, coming in from the northwest. We've got some colder weather coming in, colder air colliding with the warmer air, the relatively warmer air that we're going to be in for this afternoon. That's going to spark some rain chances heading into tonight and all the way through your Thursday. Here it is on Future Skycast. So clouds are breaking up this morning, but we will have more cloud cover for this afternoon, looking to be pretty overcast into this afternoon. Then rain will start to make an appearance as we head into this afternoon and really this evening and overnight, is I think when we're going to be seeing some of the heaviest rain. And I do think the heaviest rain will likely be falling over deep East Texas. Repeated rounds of rain as we head into your Thursday. Not expecting a complete washout by any means. I do think there will be a little bit of dry time between some of these showers, but once that makes its way through, Friday should be in much better shape. We got some just cloud cover and maybe some peaks of sunshine, but otherwise should be pretty dry as we head into Friday. Saturday could feature another chance of rain. We'll keep an eye on that. But the rainfall, not going to be amounting to too much. I would say at least maybe an inch of rain for some of the heaviest downpours, but between half an inch to an inch, I think is what will be falling as we head into the next day or so. Upper 50s to low 60s for this afternoon. Increasing clouds for this afternoon ahead of that system. Weather impact alert in place for the rain. Not expecting anything severe, not expecting any flash flooding of any sort, but certainly something that will impact your day as you head into your Thursday. Then much drier going forward. We are watching for a small chance of rain on Saturday, but otherwise temperatures will be on their way up to the 60s to maybe even your 70s by next week.
Thank you, Joel. We're about to step away for just a sec while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a news update.
You know, we'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. This morning, we're learning more about how search teams found the body of a missing Rusk County man.
We've also learned from the Rusk County Sheriff's Office that no foul play is suspected of this death. The sheriff says Lawrence Robinson went hunting over the weekend. When he didn't return, his family called for help. Crews from multiple agencies, including K-9 units, drones, and grid search teams, spent the night and the next morning covering rough terrain. The sheriff's office says a bloodhound found Robinson about 600 yards away from his family's property.
It was just a very, very long, cold and wet search. And the people that came out and helped never quit, kept working. Didn't matter if it was, we didn't get him actually recovered and out of the woods until after dark yesterday, but they would have stayed longer until this was done.
Investigators are waiting for an autopsy for those results.
For 40 years, the Robinson family in Kilgore has helped generations of East Texans find their perfect Christmas tree, but this holiday season marks the end of that tradition. Every 4 years, the needles bloom on the Virginia pines at Danville's farm. James and Mary Robinson have watched those needles sprout 10 times over. After years of growing, cutting, and trimming, the Robinsons are officially closing the farm.
I never thought I'd be here that long, but it's just a process. It just continues to go.
For the Robinsons, the best part was always seeing the joy on children's faces as they find their tree the farm's final day. It's December 7th. Many East Texas kids will have gifts under the tree this year thanks to you.
Yeah, the community really stepped up to support the Tyler Patrolsmen Association annual Blue Santa shopping event at Whataburger. About a dozen locations took part in the Oh What a Night fundraiser, donating half of their sales to this fundraiser. At last check, that fundraiser raised about $30,000, and the money raised will go to help more kids take part in December's shopping spree, a $100 trip with first responders where children can go out and pick out their gifts. All right, let's get a check on that forecast now with Joel. Cold right now, but rainy later on.
Absolutely, and a little bit more cloudy, especially as we head into later parts of this morning and through this afternoon, expecting just overcast skies. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s for this afternoon. Here's future Skycast timing out the rain chances going forward here. We got a lot of it heading into as we head into tomorrow and also into tonight as well. Here's that cloud cover moving in by this afternoon and evening. Here comes the rain, kind of in a scattered mode as we head into the later parts of today. We're talking around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. It's going to be likely an overnight event with some thunderstorms likely into tonight as well. We have repeated rounds of rain through the afternoon on Thursday, so we'll have to watch for that, and we'll start to see those rain chances begin to decrease into your Friday and also into your weekend, mainly just dealing with some cloud cover into your Friday. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So weather impact alert in place for the rain. Not expecting anything strong to severe, but certainly that will be pretty impactful to you folks across the area.
All right, 8:02 this morning. News before you head out the door this morning. Governor Greg Abbott has appointed Cherokee County District Attorney Jonathan Ritchie as the next judge for the 369th District Court, which covers Anderson, Cherokee, and Leon counties. Ritchie, a Rusk native, previously served as first assistant district attorney and assistant county attorney. He's active in local boards and professional groups, and he will serve through the end of 2026 or until a successor is elected, following Judge Michael Davis's move to the 12th Court of Appeals.
And for 40 years, the Robinson family in Kilgore has helped East Texans find that perfect Christmas tree. What started as a small plot of firs in 1986 grew into a beloved seasonal tradition for thousands of families. And this year, after decades of growing, cutting, and trimming, the Robinsons are closing the farm for good. The farm's final day is December 7th, marking the end of an era.
Texas could be getting a brand new interstate that would cut through East Texas and create a direct route to Amarillo. A new TxDOT study proposes a $24.5 billion upgrade to U.S. Highway 287 through Houston and Anderson counties. The project could add $11 billion to the Texas GDP and create 47,000 jobs and save drivers about maybe 44 minutes on an average drive. All right, 8:04 this morning. Let's get a check out that forecast one more time. Good morning, Joel.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, definitely a cold one out there. Definitely some freezing temperatures out there. Temperatures in the 30s. Definitely going to want to bundle up out there. We'll be up to about 58 for this afternoon with increasing clouds, and we'll also see some rain heading into the evening and into the overnight and through the day on Thursday. This is where that weather impact alert comes into play here. We are not expecting anything severe, or we're not expecting anything too heavy. We will have some heavier spots at times, but we're not looking at any sort of severe weather chances, but still something to impact you as you head into your Thursday. And we dry out for Friday, just mainly dealing with cloud cover, 51 degrees, 61 for Saturday. Could have another round of rain. We'll keep an eye on that. And then we're pretty dry going forward. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, pretty dry. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We could make a run for 70 degrees by the middle of next week.
A wild ride there, Joel.
Sure is.
All right. Well, when Grant Grosskost was in med school at UT, he never imagined where his passion would take him. He traded beakers and textbooks for flour and sugar, discovering that he loved serving people more than studying medicine. So today, Grant is the private chef for the Sigma Chi House and a viral TikTok creator with more than 500,000 followers. But he says the real reward isn't the fame, it is the daily connections that he makes with students who turn the kitchen into a second home. That is a transition.
That is a good transition. Not a bad transition.
No.
An interesting one, but a good interesting.
I love it, and he's very successful in doing his thing. It's about doing what you love, right?
Right.
It is.
And if you do what you love, it's not a job.
That's right.
That's real.
What they always
That's
say.
real.
It's real talk from us here.
Real talk.
At CBS 19.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Catch the noon show coming up later this afternoon here on CBS 19 Plus and on CBS 19.
That's where you can find us. Keep it here all day long for the latest news and weather. Here's a look at what's coming up for you. And we'll see you dark and early tomorrow. Have a great one.